I, see, that's another thing. I have learned how to catch myself because I was finna say some stuff, and like I've been practicing on that this whole entire year.
Oh my God.
I only do it when I need to. I feel like I didn't need to do it at this time because I mean, no point in kicking in somebody that's already down. She can't make a CD to save her life, so why kick her
Okay.
while she
We
down?
have not gotten there yet.
Well, because I was finna say something that have to do with, but it's like,
I ain't talking about them no more.
uh,
Them two got too much going on. I'm not promoting that toxicity, baby. They got too much going on. She was just at his birthday party. Now they dragging each other online again, baby.
which toxic one?
Huh?
You talking about them or you talking about
Them.
Papoose and Remy? It's been so much toxic blackness going on. That's one thing I'm getting tired of. That's something I want to stay in the past. Stay in 2024.
Hey y'all, I'm Kiki Hunter.
What's good, people? I'm Mark Hunter.
Welcome to the
Hunt
Hunt Life
Life
Podcast. We created this podcast to give a real view of life as millennials navigating the world.
Real life discussions about the struggles our generation go through from family, love, and everyday life.
What's good, peoples? Hunt here.
Hey y'all, it's Kiki.
Welcome to the Hunt Life Podcast, episode 38. No start today because apparently none of these kids. I was gonna say something else, but none of these dudes is like ain't nobody worth mentioning for number 38. So
Wow.
episode 38, we here live once again. This
That's
Hunt Life
crazy.
Podcast. Nah, it is crazy. This is the end of the year wrap up. I was about to pull the Kiki end of the year wrap up.
Welcome back, y'all. So, make sure you like and
Share, subscribe,
and leave us a comment. Let us know.
5-star up on Spotify too.
Yeah.
We're trying to get tossed in that algorithm.
Yeah. And make sure y'all comment. Let us know what is one thing that what's the greatest thing that happened to you this year?
True. So
maybe it's the best thing. Does that sound better? What's the
name
best
something
thing?
that's positive happened to you this year.
What's the best thing that happened to you this year? I like that one better. Y'all know. I'm just saying. All right.
So how was your year? Since this is the end of the year wrap up, instead of how was your week?
Year?
How was your year?
This is a child.
Because this episode is weird because it's coming out after Christmas, but it ain't Christmas yet.
It's gonna be before the new year. No, yes it is.
But it is
after Christmas.
Yeah, I know,
before
but
the new year.
but it's gonna be before the new year.
Yeah.
We finally got our decorations up in the house, as you can see behind us.
Listen, life been life, and y'all. This year has come and gone way too fast. Like, I feel like it just started, and like every year, I feel like it gets shorter, and it's like they playing.
Because you're getting old. That's like an old person problem. Oh Lord, the year's just getting shorter.
It is getting out. They playing a game. I don't know what dimension they threw us in, but baby, they playing a whole game with us. This is not the same 12 months from when we was younger. It's not the same.
Because you wasn't doing nothing when we was younger, so that's why the 12 months felt longer.
This. You blink and it's over. Hey. This has been a whirlwind. I don't even know if I can go back and tell y'all what happened exactly at the beginning of the year. I can't tell you what happened from month to month. It's all a blur. Okay, I remember bits and pieces. I remember being happy. I remember being sad. I remember crying, throwing fits, tantrums. I remember being overly excited, overly stimulated. Like, all the emotions this year, I went through every single one of them, sometimes within the same week. It's just been one of them type of years. Listen, but I think this year I think I'm more grateful than anything for this year.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had to wrap it all up, that's probably what I would say about this year. This year, yeah. I've been very grateful for the things that have happened to me this year, for the experiences that I've had this year, the people that I've met this year. Like, it's been a lot, but it's been a lot in both ways. And I feel like the bad, I always feel so bad when you're going through it. Yeah. But like when I look back at my year, yeah, But when I look back at the year, it's like I've had way more good things happen to me than bad, even if they were like small wins.
True.
Right? So I'm like, yes, I had some real crappy stuff happen to me this year, but if I look back at the good and bad, the good outweighs the bad for me this year. And I think I'm really just grateful for that. Because for me, I think it's just been a year of just
A year of learning.
belief.
Oh, it's been a year of learning for me.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, definitely learning. But I think it's also been a big year of belief. Like,
Yeah.
you can believe, but it's like when it starts to show you, like when it just starts to happen. If that makes sense. But yeah.
For me, it's been trusting the process.
Won't you do it?
Like, yeah, just trusting the process.
That's
Like,
true. Yeah.
like, cause at this time last year, your business wasn't doing as good as it's doing this year.
Yeah.
But this year, I think we've spoken into existence more, and we
Yeah.
plan for it more,
Yeah.
and we already kind of, because we've been in business for a while now, we starting to really understand how this game go. We know for a fact that during Black Friday, from Black Friday to pretty much the end of the year, that's pretty much your time to shine.
Really from
But
November. Because I've been running since like November
November, yeah,
1st because I didn't have something drop like every week.
yeah,
Literally, November was nothing but a drop month for me. It wasn't really about Black Friday because I really wasn't going to do a Black Friday. I only did it just because. But
I'm saying in general because
but
that's
no, that
like the slow
November up
time for
until
me.
yeah.
So pretty much it's like trusting the whole when it's my slow time that it's gonna pick up for you and
Yeah.
it's gonna go the way it needs to go so it can continue to flow the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's not gonna be like as much of a high volume as it was when I was like during the summertime, but it's still gonna be enough to continue to push what we trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's just trusting the simple fact of that, like the same way that you say that you trust me and know that I got it, it's the same way that I trust you and I know that you got it. So it's more so just like leaning on each other and making sure that we know that we gotta trust the process.
Yeah.
Like not letting one person get too down when it comes to this and making sure we both stay up on high frequencies, as they like to say,
Yeah.
as we push through the end of this year towards the beginning of the year to get back time to springtime.
Yeah.
But
Nah.
besides that, like, I mean, the kids good, business straight, our relationship, our marriage is straight. I mean, what more can I ask for?
Yeah.
Except for abundance and bread, but
Yeah.
we get to that when we get to that.
I think I'm grateful for just the fact that, baby, this time last year, listen, we were stressed and depressed.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Little do y'all know, we had a whole hell of a lot going on.
I mean, they could have probably tell
time
because if you listen to these episodes versus last
I
year
don't think
around that
so.
time
We
this
have to
year,
go back and listen. I
we
don't
was
think so.
angry. Like we was angry on the podcast last year.
I
around
wouldn't
this
say
time.
we was angry.
I was like,
You like speak for yourself.
like I
Oh my
was,
god.
cause I
Yeah, we
mean,
had a
it was a
lot
lot going
going
on
on.
last year
It was
versus
so
this year.
much. I think we were down worse than people. It definitely worse than people actually knew we were.
Yeah.
It was just it was a lot mentally happening this time last year.
Yeah,
And
it
so the
wasn't
fact that
like
we are not
stressful upon like our marriage or our family. It was more so financial. Well, I'm speaking for what I think. I don't think it was more stressful upon our marriage or our family. I think it was just more so we was too burdened down with financial issues to where we couldn't focus on trying to like bang with each other about the shit. We were just trying to figure out how we gonna get it done.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was traumatic for like our marriage wise. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just more so we both was trying to figure out how to get the money that we needed to get. But I think the difference between last year and this year is last year we was trying to do it like solo. Like you trying to find ways, I'm trying to find ways versus this year we was trying to do it together. We
Yeah.
both was coming up with plans, we was communicating keys. in the marriage. Communication. We stayed communicating throughout the whole entire year.
Yeah.
At least maybe once a month, we always had us a business meeting, and we sat down and we talked about the stuff that's going on with the business, and we made sure that we both were straight on each other ends when it comes to the different businesses, and made sure that we had everything we need to be fully operational when it was time for us to shine.
Yeah. No, I think it wasn't. It was definitely financial. Okay.
Yeah, it was
But it
financial.
wasn't. I had family issues. It was financial, and then for me, I had family issues going on as well, but not like in our marriage. It was like outside of my household. I had family issues going on last year. So I had a lot to where I couldn't focus on my business as much as I wanted to. I feel like I still did, but I do feel like I half-assed it a little bit because my main focus. It's hard when you operating from a place of you just trying to make money.
Yeah.
And we're solo entrepreneurs. We don't have, extra jobs. We don't, have family who just got it. We weren't born with silver spoons in our mouth. Like, what we have is what we literally have earned.
This is my first full year in business, not even thinking about putting in the application to try to get to try to get extra funds flowing in.
Because it's
last
hard.
year,
People go sit
I
on
was out here
here.
trying to put in applications. I actually was and everything.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I don't think people realize how hard it is. And a lot of people gonna sit on the internet and cap and be like, "Oh, it is first year I was making this much and this." Yeah, and then people tell you, "Oh, I did it from by myself. We started from the bottom." But it's different when you really starting from the bottom and you really don't have nobody and y'all really don't have support and you just really a hope and a dream and prayer.
Because a bunch of people be capping, talking about they started from the bottom, but then they in a fraternity or they're a sorority and they got 20,000 friends and they got 20,000 friends to buy their products and stuff. So instantly when they came out, they was jumping.
Yeah.
All they fraternities and sororities, brothers and sisters, follow all they stuff so they stuff can jump up to the top. Like, we on to y'all. I get it.
Or like it's a lot of online games.
Cappery,
like
high school stuff. Like,
everybody in a little group in a little section.
Clicked up hard.
Yeah. So we are people who we don't belong to groups. We don't belong. Like, it's just us. We are the group. Like that is who we are. So we don't ever want to give people the illusion that everything is always fine and dandy and like we're married, we have kids together, and we work together. So it'd be a lot. And then, navigating outside family, in-laws, parents, all of that stuff. We go through the normal stuff. Yeah, we homeschool. So it'd be a lot. Okay. So last year around this time, it was a lot of stuff going on. Like I had a lot of outside family issues going on with my parents. On top of the financial issues, on top of trying to make sales, on top of trying to figure out why stuff wasn't moving the way I wanted it to move. Because I still made sales last year. It just wasn't what I wanted, right? And
detailing had stopped early. Like it stopped
last
in
year
September.
Stopped early.
Like it just went to a grinding, screeching halt.
Yeah.
It started raining, and then once that rain hit and that started getting cold, it put detailing to a halt.
Yeah. So it was, but I also feel like everything happens for a reason. And like this year was the reason, right? Like this year, everything played out to why it was so hectic. That's why I say a year of belief. Because again, looking back at where we were last year in a mental state that we were just in, like you said, like we were going through too much to really, we could have argued with each other. I think if we were younger, we probably would have argued with each other, but I think that's a lesson we had already learned like in previous years. Like it's not a whose fault it is, and like we kind of got to get through it together, so let's just figure it out. But it was a more so I'm still very like I want to hold my own weight, so it was very much so like how can I also bring in what he brings in. But I mean what he does, he just like he triples me. Like I have to have a good day to make what he makes, right? Like I got to sell multiple items in one day. I don't have a high ticket, type deal. Like he does. So I have to work a little harder, and then a product versus service, that's a whole nother thing, y'all. But just the mental state, it made it this year, from last year to this year, I was already a believer, but it made a bigger believer to where I don't stress over the little stuff anymore. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. Problems are gonna occur, but it's just the belief, like when you know who you are and like you know that you are blessed and like God is gonna show up on time for you because he has over and over and over again, you stop worrying about when and how it's gonna happen because it keeps happening. He keeps making it way. So eventually you're gonna be like, you know what? Like I don't have that
trust
stress.
In the process.
Yeah. So this year was that for me. Like I don't feel like I freaked out about a lot of stuff as far as like financially or like problems happen. It's like, what the hell is this? Like, because all of that happened to me last year, and then I started to see why it happened. So this was the year of the lesson. Like this is why this was happening. Like you get to the understanding part.
Yeah.
And so to make me be in a better mental state than I was last year, and I'm really just grateful for that because there's a lot of stuff people don't understand that we go through silently. Without the cap, without the side stories, without, like I said, being in a group, we really like this is what it looked like to be two people trying to do it on your own from the bottom. Don't know nobody, ain't got no friends, ain't got no connects. You all of that. So that is what this looks like, and that's what this year has been for us. True. And but I think the best part of it was we have been able to still focus on our marriage. Because when you have a lot of stuff going on, family, finances,
it's hard
we all
to pay
know
attention
one of the financial issues is one of the main reasons people get divorced. So to have a whole lot going on at one time, it could have took a hit to the marriage, and it could have made us not focus on it, but we still found time to focus on our marriage, because amongst everything else going on, y'all still have to focus on you guys as a couple, as a married couple, so you don't start drifting, because stuff start happening with y'all start drifting. So I think that I'm proud of us for being able to
maneuver through them.
Yeah, and stay communicating and being understanding and hearing each other out.
Yeah.
Being sometimes being the listening ear, sometimes being the disciplined ear. Hey, I hear you, but with giving that person what they need to hear at that moment. They might not like it, but they need to hear it for the growth process. So,
because I feel like this year you trusted yourself more when it comes to what you do versus anything. Because last year, I always was like, nah, you got it, bro. You can do this stuff. Even during Black History, not Black History, but I'm about to say Black Friday, Black History, it go hand in hand. You better go read up on that. But during that whole entire time, I kept telling you that you got it. But I feel like because you have so much other stuff going on, it was weighing heavy up on your confidence coming towards your business.
Yeah.
So this year I still continue to bolster you up, push you up and stuff with this whole what you doing, what you do. Because even last year, to say that you had your first vision board workshop, this year, it was a little bit more easier to get it together because we already went through that process and stuff like that. So it's it just continued to push you in the right direction when it comes to your business, so you can have the confidence in your business the same way that I had the confidence in you, that I know that you're gonna maneuver and do what you need to do for it.
Yeah.
So besides doing all this extra stuff, because we was sitting over here, we glazing, as they like to say.
Not glazing.
What we want to get into, what was your top podcast moment of the year?
Oh, he just sprung that one in. Okay. I The podcast is all a blur this year, y'all. Let me see my top
I got
podcast
one.
moment.
I was going in. We was going in up on. Oh, because at the beginning of the year, we was trying to like do the whole trying to go viral thing because we felt like if we go viral, then that was gonna push our podcast. Like y'all gotta understand, through this whole entire year, we have been trying different things to try to figure out what can we do to push our podcast to the next level.
Yeah.
Like we understand now, we understand like the community we trying to serve when it comes to this. We understand that, like, yeah, our podcast ain't for everybody. We're not really trying to do like clickbaity stuff to try to go popular.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of the year, we was doing that clickbaity stuff, and it was like I would say some stuff, and it would get us there. It'd get it viral. Just like if she say some stuff, we were saying the right things, especially on the different like hot topics at that moment that was pushing us out there. But the thing about it on YouTube is like you get dummies that want to comment on your stuff or to make it seem like that you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We had one dummy wanted to comment up on it, and he tried. First of all, we done had multiple people try to come for us with our vernacular. Like we don't know how to talk.
I was just gonna say now, if I gotta go on best moments now. Mark won this year
because I told some
YouTube
clown
totally like YouTube. He won this year for most outrageous clip of the year.
Man, some dude was talking about us, and I told him up on the comment section, like, bro, you make videos about cats. Like, don't come at me like that. Like, Miss Me, he did not comment back, but he did make videos about cats. So it's like, how you gonna come at me about what I'm talking about, and you a whole white dude with making videos about cats? I don't care about what you got to say about what I'm saying about my culture. I ain't never cared about what you had to say, my G. This not even for you. Like, sure, thank you for giving me the view, but this not even for you. So what are you over here, like, what you all in our business for? Stick to making your cat videos and do what you do. You're the dude, that one dude that wanted to say what chastising mean, get a dictionary, my G, and figure that out, idiot. Let me see who else.
I didn't know this is where this was going. Like,
some dude. Oh, because we also had dudes that was mad at me because I said that you over there drinking that cheap ass Hennessy.
I was gonna say now, like I would have to say the wild. Like I wouldn't say my best podcast moment, but I would say the most wild podcast moment I've had is when we talked about the Hennessy and people went ham.
Yeah,
I never in a million years would think I would get drugged over Hennessy, but it happened
because you drinking bottom shelf.
For like, I think they drugged us for like a week about the Hennessy, child. And I was like, I can't. Out of all the stuff that we say,
but Hennessy got us like 5,000 views, bro.
The Hennessy, we went mini viral on the Hennessy one. Now listen, that was wild. But I don't know if I have a top moment. I think I do agree with YouTube was saying like the perfect marriage video is the one that was our top stream video of this year. I think I agree with that because I really like that.
True.
So I would say that. Now on the flip side, Mark going off by Offset and Cardi B was his top.
And that was
upsetting. We might try to play that find that clip and put it at the end of this video for y'all.
That was upsetting because it's like it had to be an episode with me getting up on another black man about what he doing in his marriage for it to go viral. But I mean, and all in all, like, I mean, it don't matter to me. Like, see, that's another thing. I have learned how to catch myself because I was finna say some stuff. And like I've been practicing on that this whole entire year.
Oh my God.
I only do it when I need to. I feel like I didn't need to do it at this time because I mean, no point in kicking in somebody that's already down. She can't make a CD to save her life, so why kick her while she down?
We have not gotten there yet.
Well, because I was finna say something that have to do with, you know, but it's like
I ain't talking about them no more. Them two got too much going on. I'm not promoting that toxicity, baby. They got too much going on. She was just at his birthday party. Now they dragging each other online again. Baby.
Which toxic one?
Huh?
You talking about them or you talking about Papoose and Remy? It's been so much toxic blackness going on. That's one thing I'm getting tired of. That's something I want to stay in the past. Stay in 2024. Toxic black couple stuff. Like,
I'll tell you that ain't
I
going
know it ain't
nowhere.
going nowhere because y'all MFers just love being toxic. But I wish that toxic love stuff would stay, like
People love
celebrity
a
stuff
good
would stay in the
toxic
background.
love story. It's
True.
entertaining.
Nah, it is. It is. I like to laugh at it.
Don't we all? Let's see. Favorite? Did we talk about the favorite business moment? Favorite
Nah,
business
not
moment.
yet. You got one?
For me, I think I didn't release nothing this year. But
yeah, we did. We came out with the you're literally wearing something that we released this year.
I'm saying like
I'm like, hey, you're wearing Facts Over Feelings. We released the Grinch.
Yeah, the holiday shirt. But I'm like, I think my favorite moments of this year have probably been my speaking event. I would probably say, just because I think that it's a personal goal.
Yeah,
and it was something I said I was not ready for this. I specifically started the year saying I was not ready for that, and the Lord, a little pushy, tell him what you're not gonna do. And I was pushed into it, and I've been pushed into it almost like every other month this year. so it proved a lot to myself. So I think that was my favorite. That's been my favorite moment of this year.
my favorite business moment of this year is like understanding my value. My favorite moment was actually like going all the way in and like raising my prices up to what I felt like that I need to be at this moment.
Yeah, because y'all don't know how much I had to convince him. Like, it's time. Like,
oh, and it's gonna be time again. Like, cause now I'm like, we gonna keep going. Like,
he, and I get it because of his vision, his mission for his company. Like, he wants to be affordable for everybody. But
everybody ain't meant to be affordable. It's something that I learned. Cause even at my prices now, I still get like the little random ones that like skate through into the middle of it because it's like, it's an interesting price. Yeah. So like, yeah, it's time to go up on them a little bit more because I'm trying to keep them to where they're far and few in between, but it's still serviceable for people that want to receive this luxury. Because I'm aware that everybody don't deserve to have their car washed the way it needs to be washed. If you want to take their car through that car wash thing and let it beat your car up and scratch it up, you can. If you want to let them other people wash your cars and use them same dirty towels all day long up on your cars, then you can. But if you want a luxury car wash, hand wash, you're gonna have to pay what you weigh because that's the process that you're paying for. And it's not like that what you're gonna get is gonna be subpar. It's gonna be better than what you're gonna get with them dudes that's sitting over there using the same towel all day.
Yeah.
This ain't no Mister's car wash. Like, it's Mr. Hunt Bubbles, you feel me? It's a totally difference. So it was like, since I feel like we're a difference and I know we're a difference, it's time to show that we are different. Like, I got my products lined up and secure that I know that I want to use. Like, I know what I want to use on my secondary stuff when it comes to it. So it's like, my business wise, like, I'm strong and I'm aware of what I'm trying to do and the way I'm trying to push it in the direction I want to push it in.
What's up? Let's see.
What, favorite social media moment?
Sure.
I got a question. I want to know because nobody has not answered this question yet. You probably can't even answer it.
I'm not gonna take you serious.
Why did Diddy have so much baby oil, bro? Like, what's up with all the baby oil?
You're not gonna find that out into the court case.
Like, boys had people slipping in his house and stuff. Like, what's up with all the baby oil?
They said it wasn't oil. They
Oh,
didn't
it was
answer.
all right. Yeah, they answered it all right. I'm just saying, like, why he has so much baby oil. My favorite social media moment of this year, though, is the whole like no Diddy that came up out of this. Like no Diddy that came up out of all of this is hilarious.
Not Diddy.
That and Cat Williams.
Cat Williams have been lit all year.
Like,
I took a lot of social media detox this year because it was baby, y'all,
was wilding.
yeah, this social media this year was our lie. So I am glad though I was able to still maintain posting regularly and like, it's not missing my absence from me just not being on.
You better schedule them posts. Like we got on our
Like I
schedule
figured out how
game
to do
tough.
that because I had to take several social media detox this year because it was just too much going on. For real, I just could not do it.
Oh, and watching these people cry about Kamala not winning, hilarious.
That wasn't funny. That was just sad. I just couldn't.
It was hilarious because they still
Listen.
out here like, oh, we got a chance. She's gonna do it. Boy, it was today. 20th. They said on the 20th something was gonna happen, and nothing happened.
I don't know.
Nah, they I think they kept the I don't know, you can fact check me this up on the episode when they come out. The government should be still open at this moment. It ain't no government shutdown. Like,
unfortunately, we're just in more debt. But anyways, like social media was just a lot. It was too much rhetoric going on for me in particular. It was too much misinformation going on.
Nah,
for me
it was.
in particular, not enough facts, too many feelings.
Yep. That's where the hoodie came from. So that's where the new clothing.
That's literally why we made it, because
I just got
it was too much.
It was too much.
Feelings was running rampant online, and I'm just kind of. And the trauma bonding, everybody trauma bonding on the internet is just like, listen, it's okay to share your experiences. That's not what we're saying. Like, it's not share your experiences, but you do not have to share all of your trauma and put your trauma on other people. Why you gotta be the victim? Why you can't be the victor? Like, why you can't show people like the lesson that came out of your trauma versus just reeling people in with the sad sob story so y'all can bond over. Girl, me too. Like this girl movement that's happening on social media just, it's nerve-wracking for me. And if I literally heal people. So if I wanted to be on here trauma bonding, I really could, but I don't want to do that. I don't feel like you get better from constantly reliving trauma. I think you get better from telling your story and realizing that and the lesson that came out of it, but not you sitting over here just want to be a me too. Like I'm over that movement. Like, we get it. Bad stuff happens to all of us, but baby, the trauma bonding experience and people, well, this could happen, and you living through your granny experience, we living through old civil rights experiences, stuff that we weren't even around for. Some of us weren't even around for this stuff, and we living through it. We taking that on like we have to right their wrongs. That's not even our place. That, like, where we get that from, this whole collective thing, this whole like we're a collective, I have to be there. You do not. You're an individual. That was not your experience. I don't know what was going on in the 50s and the 60s and the 40s. I don't know what was going on, so I'm not taking that on. I don't know what them women got to say about their husbands back in them days. I don't know what was going on. I don't know the mentality. All I know is what I read and what I can hear from other people's experience, which I've heard both sides of the fence. I've heard people say they've been married, they ain't had no problems. I heard other people say that they had issues. That's life though. Like, that's not up to me to take their experiences and like make that mine and be like, I ain't trusting men. I gotta have my own money. It's too much. Like, stop living through other people's experiences. That's one thing I want us to stop doing. We need to leave that right here. Don't take that into 2025. Stop taking experiences away from yourself just because somebody else went through
Where's
something.
the proof?
What proof?
I don't know. That was just what they like to say this year. Where's the proof?
Like it wouldn't matter. No, nobody read. It's just kind of like let's have our own thoughts. Like we got to get back to that. So social media for me was like I don't really have a. My favorite moment was the recipes that I got off social media this year. Now that lit, okay. We tried a whole lot of recipes off online, okay. Let's see. See, you all over the places. You're throwing it off.
Oh no, it's a flow. We going through the flow.
Top memory of the year.
We already did that.
What was it?
Oh no, we didn't.
You kind of did, but then you mixed it all together with the business moment.
So what, top memory of the year?
Yeah, like anything.
I mean, the year has been a blur.
It has. This year has been a blur.
Top moment of the year, bitch. I mean, like, personal wise, I mean, I was just how I sprung into action when we had the hurricane around this mug and when we had the tornado and stuff, and I was just like here for the family. I mean, I wouldn't say that's a top moment, but it was like very memorable though. Cause I swear I thought I could have caught a tornado on camera around this mug.
Listen. This is what happens when you marry somebody who thinks he's a storm chaser. Okay, let me tell y'all that storm May took me out. Okay, between May, June with all them storms and stuff, this man was for sure that he was gonna get close enough to a tornado and live out his because that's on his bucket list. Like he want to live out storm chasing tornadoes. And
I'm gonna see a tornado.
As a wife, I had to go through keeping him in the house for something we didn't know nothing about while he out here overly excited and amped up about because we don't have that type of stuff here. We don't really that's not what we do. Okay?
Clearly that's something we gotta do because this has been the second year and it's like it's just keep getting closer and closer.
And he's getting more excited. Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all. It's too much. But that took me out. My top moment would be
because I mean the business stuff and that was your top moment. Like
that was one of them. That was probably the top. It was it was a bittersweet, but I think it was the moment I needed to push me. Because again, nothing just happens for me, y'all. So the first speaking event I had, it was a lot of chaos. I mean, a lot of chaos. So that probably was my biggest moment of the year because it also gave me one of my biggest lessons. And like I said, it kind of brought everything together, like to end what was happening last year and like to start anew. And I had to overcome a lot of stuff. Like I was ending relationships with family members. I was reevaluating friendships, reevaluating where I stood with, family. It was just a lot going on. But at the same time, I still was able to push through and do my job awesomely and still go speak and, do my best and put my best foot forward and not let that stop me from not doing something. So that was probably my top moment. And then The Little Mermaid came out this year. I was so excited about it. Like that was just, I got dressed, took myself on like a little day date. It was really cool. That was it.
Santana drug us to the movies a lot this year.
He did. Santana drug us to man. We've been. Ooh.
And
beach.
Oh, the beach was weird.
The beach was that would go, yeah. Because we haven't been to the beach since we got married. So that was like 2018. Literally, that was so-called like our honeymoon. We went to the beach. And we had not been back since. This man has not took me back since.
Yeah, because one year that they had the Mississippi River flowing back
every
into
year, no.
Yeah, because there's always something going on at the beach.
He tomorrow. What's that mean? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Like, it is every year. He like, next year. 7 years later, people, we finally get to the beach, and it was lit. Maddox had a good time. Cincinnati, like, it was, everybody enjoyed that trip.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the, that was definitely one of them.
Well, because last year we went to
Kima.
Kima.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, this year we went to the beach.
Or was that this year?
Oh, that was last year.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it. It was lit.
We went to go see Sonic today.
We did, and it was so good, but I don't like how this movie be playing on my heartstrings, because it's always a part of the movie. I just be having me. I be in there about just holding on to my seat, like, I know you lying. Like, nobody's told me Shadow died.
Nobody's watched it yet. We went on opening day, so like,
spoiler alert.
We go to movies on opening day. Trust and believe.
By this time they come out, man, y'all better have seen this. But heads up, just don't let your kids, like nobody, like, I wasn't prepared for Shadow. I thought that's just so sad.
He's not part of the group though.
Why? He should be. No. He has something to offer.
Yeah, he also was evil. Like,
no,
he was his evil side.
That just hurt my feelings. He just had a hard life. That's messed up. But there'll be another one. All right. One thing that you've hated about this year. I think I already got into mine.
The toxicness that was pushed upon Black men.
Oh, I know that's right.
Black men and Black fathers in general. But like, yeah, all the negativity that was coming at us from the first mixed Black president, Obama, if y'all didn't know who I was talking about. But yeah, from him and all his lackeys and flunkies that want to be so called down with him and stuff like that, trying to tell us as Black men what we need to do and what we can't do. So like, yeah, we were just getting it from all ends. Like, we had his bum ass coming at us. We had bum ass women coming at us. Like, everybody was coming at us, and it was like, bro, pause. But it was like, it was hectic. Like,
it was. This was
dudes been out here like in their feelings and had to just like gonna start putting people in their place, because people just coming for Black men. Like, we were just out here, like, we all just trifling, and it's like statistics, it shows that we're not the most trifling dudes out here, but because a bunch of y'all don't read, it's hard for y'all to understand what the statistic is.
I don't even think it's just they don't read, it's just they living through other people's experiences.
It's called propaganda more than anything. Everybody falls for the propaganda. So when it comes with the propaganda states that it's time to hate Black men. And that's what's been pushed.
That's true. I don't disagree. I think it's been a bad year for Black people in general.
Black because Black women been showing their ass.
I think us as a culture has been like under attack. So I don't think, they grouping us together, and like I hate that. That is, I don't say I hate a lot of things. But that is one thing I really, really, really heavily dislike about this year. And
the attack on our culture.
Yeah.
Like the true Black American culture, like us that's from here. Like, they have been attacking us that's like natively from America. That's the people I'm talking to at this moment. Like, we, as in Native Americans, Black people, like, have been under attack. If it's not for the ones that was privileged enough to be able to can go back to their country, their parents and stuff like that from other countries, like they all want to bunch themselves in with us until it's time for them to see how it is to be a true Black American. And then now they not American. They, whatever culture they is, an American. But it's like from that, then from people trying to tell us that we don't know where we come from, but all of us can tell you 2 generations back that our grandmothers and our great-grandmothers and our great-grandfathers was here. it just like, yeah, us Black Americans has just been so much under attack, and it's like I don't care when it's gonna stop, but I feel like it's more so it's time for us to like make them put some respect on our name, because remember they want to be us. We don't want to be like them. They all want to be like us. They all want to be like us. They want to have our same struggle. They want to have our same fight, but they don't want to really have that fight.
But I think that's the thing. I think that's why I think the culture has been under attack. I think that's what I'm saying. Everybody's living through other people's experiences and not your own. Like,
Yeah.
even if you are, immigrant Black, if you are somebody, just because I think it's getting confused with Black being a skin tone and Black being a race. Like, it's being mixed together. Like, if your skin tone is a darker skin tone, you're automatically Black, and we all know that's not true. But everybody yell about representation.
Yeah.
Well, if we talk about representation, and that's one thing I think I really dislike this year. I don't like the lack of positive
Black
Black
representation.
representation. And
We only got one dude, bro, in movies, and that's Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, that's like
everybody else is British.
Black, like, and that's what I'm saying when we say Black, like Black representation. It's like I can't relate to Rihanna. I'm not from Barbados. I'm not from an island. I'm not like I'm from Louisiana. Like I'm a little Black girl from Louisiana. Like my great grandmother was full blown Indian. My great grandfather was Black. Buffalo Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have nowhere else to go. I don't like, and it's been it's like the Whitney Houstons and the Brandys and Beyonce. Like it's, girl, I know we can't really mention you right now, but I'm just saying, but it's that, like, that's representation too. Like, it's not just about the skin tone, because when you see these people, the Rihannas get up there, they gonna shout out their country. I'm from here. So you shot now Barbados when America made you a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. Like, for your people. And I love that for y'all. But that's a lot of who you see that is now the forefront of positive Black media. Now, when we talk about Black presence, like regular Black presence, we have the Sexy Reds.
Yeah.
We have, that is what we have. And it's like, why is it not put on a different forefront? Like, why can't it be an equal playing ground? Like we're constantly portrayed as nothing, like the bottom, to where now it's not okay to have a regular American Black girl. She has to be an immigrant Black girl. Like, and that for me is not fair. I don't have a daughter, but if I did, I would want more. Like, I grew up with those Black influences. I grew up with Brandy, with Whitney Houston, with That's So Raven. Like, I grew up with these people, the Kyla Pratts. Like, I grew up with these people. So I saw that growing up, but for the new generation, it's not that many of them.
Yeah, you just got Haley.
And then you gotta question when you do see somebody, and now it's turning into, well, don't ask me what I am. I identify as Black. Okay, but what kind of Black? Because it does matter.
It does.
Like, if y'all feel like it just doesn't matter that much, why? Because then when the second you get upset, you gonna make sure you tell me what island you from or what country your people are from. Like, and it's kind of like, okay, well, I don't have that privilege. That's all we're saying. It's not like we get that.
We get that Black come in all different
shades
nationalities and stuff like that.
But
don't disrespect us if y'all don't want us to disrespect y'all. That's more than what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If y'all don't want us to disrespect y'all and actually continue to say, well, I want y'all to just go back to y'all country, then don't disrespect us and don't put no respect on our name for us building this country to be what y'all are getting the benefits of.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are reaping the benefits of the backbones of our ancestors.
Yeah, because a lot of people talk about slavery. That's what I'm saying. It's just a lot of us I have noticed this year, a lot of people are living experiences that weren't theirs. They'll come over here and talk about slavery, but you weren't a slave over here. Like, yo, people wouldn't. It's not the same. Like, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, that's not your experience, and why are we constantly taking on that trauma? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's also not helping us move forward if they're keeping us back in a hole of, oh my God, it was slavery. Like, I really don't like the fact that they're keeping us stuck on purpose in a time that did not belong to us, does not belong to us. We do not understand. We will never understand because we were not there. Like, instead of just us moving forward, right? So I don't like the lack of that representation, and I just don't like the fact of how everybody is living other experiences than their own and not allowing themselves to live their own experiences. I think that was probably the part of this year that I disliked the most. On top of the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, but I'm gonna leave that there. Like,
don't get me started on that.
I'm not. Like,
Kendrick ain't do nothing but just leech off the dude that he says leeching off of us. He leeching off of him.
And I don't like that neither.
Which
like
part?
People will come out and be like, oh, he just using the Black community. So are you. Like, all of y'all are using the Black community. And y'all don't even care for the Black community. Like, no shade, but you call this man out for being something that your fiance is. He's mixed just like your fiance.
Just
so
like
that's
your kids.
I never understood that. Like that's why I was like, I really dislike that.
That's the wildest thing right there. You call this man the colonizer, and you sitting over there with a mixed woman with biracial kids at that, and it's like, bruh, like, are we serious now? Like,
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's wild to me. So I really, really didn't like that. But yeah. Let's see. All right. So I guess we're gonna get into the people asked. So going into the new year, y'all, before I get into it, we want y'all to send us questions, concerns, theoreticals. Am I saying that right?
Hypotheticals?
Yes, hypotheticals. Like, if you have a hypothetical situation going on and you want to get our opinion or something, send it to us. Send it to our email. The email is in like the links in all of our bios, or send it in an anonymous DM or something. Like, drop it.
You got a question? Ask Hunt. I can give you an answer.
That too. So we're kicking it off by saying we're trying to do it like at least once a month with the people ask. So until y'all really start getting them rolling in. But we got 2 questions of people asked. What's the greatest lesson you've learned this year?
Trust the process. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much more to say about it. Trust the process. God got a plan for you, so you got to trust that He gonna deliver the way that He delivered. So you just got to trust the process.
Okay. I think the greatest lesson I've learned this year was know your role. Know your role.
And shut your mouth. Oh, my bad.
Really. Know your role and stay in your lane. Like, know who you are. Like, understand why your different works. Because this year I have had to learn that. Just being in a different setting, the settings that God has placed me in this year have been different than what I've been used to. I took a lot of chances. Oh, which brings me back to one of my, I know y'all, this is getting a little off course. But one of my biggest things was I went to the Judy Dropping Knowledge tour earlier this year, and that tour just did so much for me. I think I went back to the notes that I wrote down that night all year long and kind of just kept re-looking at them. So that was a big moment for me too. But in that moment of going to the tour as well, a lot of stuff was happening just around that time.
Yeah. And
I kept asking why am I in certain rooms? Like, why am I here? I don't fit in. And I've never been the type to fit in, never really bothered me before. And I'd say it really just bothered me this year, but I did question why was I in these rooms, because what's the point if I don't fit in, right? And I think for me, it was to learn like your different works for what you were being called to do. So that's why I say like that was the greatest lesson I think I could learn. Like continue to be who you are in any circumstances. It is okay. You can still grow and be true to you at the same time. You don't want to lose yourself trying to improve yourself. Like, because we can do that because we're after the success and we think we know what it looks like because we see people that are doing it or have certain personality types that are more outgoing. Well, I'm an introvert, so I'm not as outgoing as other people. Like I don't have the outgoing, bubbly personality that can like sell you hell on a platter. Like I can't do that. Like I will never be that girl. And I had that moment where I was like, I would never be this. Like I'm not good at lying to people or hyping people up or making people believe in some stuff I don't believe. Like that's just will never be me. That's not who I am. So I had to learn to be okay. Why are you laughing?
So you're saying don't be a Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
Like
Yes. Don't be a Kendrick Lamar. Like be who
true to
you are.
yourself.
Yeah, be true to your craft and who you are. Like your different works for your purpose that he has. Like it's going to work for you. That's why he picked you to do it. And I think I had that moment this year of watching like the outgoing, bubbly people that can make everybody feel good because they talk loud and they talk fast and they can say all the right words and then sprinkle a little bit of Jesus in there. Like, you know, there's people that be doing it. I'm just not one of them. Like, I wish I could, like, you know, shuck and jive with you. I just can't. It's just, if I feel it, I feel it. If I don't, I don't. And I'm very much so one of those people. And that is okay. But I still understand that I do have to learn how to approach people and say, hi, my name is, this is what I do. Because again, it's just us. So we have to do way more groundwork than a lot of people.
Yeah.
We ain't out here asking for handouts. We ain't out here like pressuring people to buy from us or to try our services. Like we are out here on the ground. Like
we not giving stuff at a discount just to say that we sold stuff.
Yeah, like we really out here like pushing. So it's you have to understand who you are to do that and what your value is. So for that, I would say that was probably my greatest lesson. Like, make sure that you stay true to who you are. Like, who you are works for you and your purpose.
Yeah, don't be a
trying
Kendrick
to be
Lamar.
somebody else. Yep. Don't be a Kendrick Lamar. That's it.
Oh, I can come up with a reference for some stuff.
Oh, all right. Second question from people ask. A question that we have from one of y'all is, what advice do we have for someone trying to figure out life for 2025?
It depends on which part of life you're trying to figure out, because life can mean multiple things to me. You're trying to figure out something for your business life. Business life, I say trust the process. Like if you got a business plan, then you need to trust your business plan. If you are like if you're on the ground and you running, and if you feel like that you need to like do something, don't ponder on it too much. Like do it.
Do it. Yes. If you
like do
it.
And
You'll figure out everything else.
And if you fall, then you fall, but you learn your lesson from what you fail. So when it comes back to that situation, then you can be able to know how to maneuver around it.
Mm-hmm.
That's business wise. Family wise, if you're single, I don't know, get out and try to mingle. I can't tell you what to do as a single person. If you're in a marriage, communication. Communicate and try to have fun with your woman or your man. Just
have
do
fun.
What you got to do. Have fun and communicate.
Like y'all need to laugh. Like don't be taking each other too serious. It's just because ultimately it ain't that serious.
What was the question?
Huh?
What was the question?
What was the question?
Yeah.
What advice do you have for someone trying to figure out their life for 2025?
Kids. talk to your kids more and understand what's going on in their world.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a good one.
pay attention to what's going on in their world so you can have a better understanding of your kids. Because I know a lot of people that kind of sort of watch us do, like have kids in school. Pay attention to what your kids is going through and stuff like that. Because remember, when we was in school, stuff was tough. So if stuff was tough with you for school, then you have to think about it. It could be pretty much the same way with your kids.
It's not tougher because
So
they got social media. We ain't
yeah,
had it
we did, but it wasn't until
later.
high
Yeah, I
school.
was gonna say we were young. Like they
So it just,
everybody's on social media now.
pay
Like,
attention to your kids and understand what they're going through and like,
talk to them.
yeah, talk to them. Like, I ain't saying that they don't need their ass whooped, but if they need their ass whooped, whoop their ass. But if they don't, like, just talk to them and just try to get a better understanding of your kids. And yeah, I mean, shit, trust in yourself.
Trust in yourself. I like that. I think I take that. I'm heavy on the trust thing. Trust in yourself. Like, every because they go every way, shape, or form, fashion.
Yeah.
Your relationship, career, raising your kids, every way, shape, or form of fashion is trusting yourself. Like,
And
you
stay
have to be
sucker
able
free.
to. Like, who?
Sucker free.
What does that mean, Mark? Stop.
Like, don't be out here being no loser. Like, be a winner. Like, we all come from different circumstances and different backgrounds.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we can't elevate to a better situation for ourselves and our family. So don't be a sucker, be a winner.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, because a lot of a lot of our a lot of our growth has to do with our environment. And a lot of it has to do with us not wanting to let go of people, especially family. Certain friends, we feel like it has to be this big drawn out like fight, and that's what makes you know you can leave before you even get to that point. Like, it's everybody that's not meant to go with you for real. And I know it's a statement we hear all the time, but I think people don't understand really what that means. You have to leave your environment in order to grow. It does get lonely. We can tell you that for a fact. Do we wish we had more people in our corner? Absolutely. We ain't gonna capture y'all and be like, oh, it's fine. No. A lot of the times we're ranting about why we don't have a lot of people in our corner. But it's okay because the people we do have are the right people, and the people that we continue to meet are quality people. We prefer quality over quantity. So, and we know the type of lives we're trying to live, which is peaceful. Like, we've had a lot of drama going in our lives, like, especially young, like in our 20s. Like, we've been there, did that. We don't care to have a whole bunch of especially unnecessary drama going on. Life gonna give you enough of that anyhow. Like, we don't need nobody else coming in with no drama. So you have to be comfortable with leaving your environment, changing your environment. But really, it is trusting in yourself to do the thing that you're trying to do, whether it's being a better mother or father, advancing your career or starting a business or whatever that looks like. But first, you need to figure out what that is and stop running from your purpose. Because a lot of us run from the thing that we know we want to do because it might not pay our bills, or we think it won't pay our bills because you haven't found a way to make it pay your bills. So you stick with the thing that is, but then you feel unfulfilled. And if it's in your relationship, I say comprehension. Have comprehension and have grace. Like, be able to, because y'all can communicate, but if you are unwilling to understand what your partner is saying to you, even if they're not using the right wording or the right language or the right expressions at the time, if you can't look past that to understand, like, they may be hurt or they're confused, or like they're trying to display or say something to you and they might not be saying it in the right manner or tone, sometimes you have to look past that to get to the bigger picture of what's wrong, to get to the core of what's happening. So that's why I say, like, you have to be able to comprehend and then give grace for things that they don't know or things that they have to work to get better at. I think that's a lot of problems with a lot of relationships. We jump fast and we are not able to use the empathy that we should be using with our spouses because we think they should just know better or they should just do better, or like how many times I got to say it, the same amount of times that they have to say it with you, doing the same thing that they don't like you doing. So I think just that giving grace and being able to understand your spouse and where they're at and like where they're trying to get to is just as important as communicating, because communicating is not one-sided. It can't always be about just what you see is wrong or what you want. It also has to be about the other person. So be on one accord with it. Come up with something that works for the both of you. And if you are single, listen, women, because I can't really talk to men, but be the person that you want to attract in every way, shape, or form, and fashion. If you want him to be godly, baby, you need to be in your Bible. If you want him to make a certain amount of money, you need to be making a certain amount of money. If you want him to like be a provider and you need to be able to pay bills and balance a checkbook and know how to save and have a real account. You need to know how to do the things of your role. Like,
stop using them Cash App bank accounts. Get you a real bank account and grow
I
up.
can't stand you. Listen,
Because
yeah.
too many of y'all out here with these Cash App cards.
I almost died this year. Then something happened with Cash App, baby.
Yeah,
Y'all almost
because y'all out
died
here
this year.
finessing and finagling on Cash App. Get you a real bank account. I don't like bank accounts too,
He
but
does
we're
not.
adults.
We are. Now we have several.
I
Okay.
mean, well, when you got businesses, you got to be able
Have
to
multiple.
split some money up,
You
play
do.
this money game.
So know what you want. Like, literally know what that's going to entail. And know what we all think we the prize, but baby, please understand that 100 start going down with each strike for all of us. Just know, sit down and figure out how do you see your life? That's one, because we all have a vision of what that looks like, and then start to work at that slowly of how to get to those things. What is happiness? What is peace? How you gonna get to the money? How you gonna get the man? How are you gonna have the happy family? How are you gonna have a smart kid? Like, really break it down and like sit down and think about it. But after you do that, trust in yourself to get it done. Like, be okay with making mistakes and being uncomfortable. That's probably what I would say.
More of the story. I'm trying to do positive in 2025.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys are too. That being said, that's it.
Music was trash.
Oh
just
yeah,
FYI.
it was.
Like, music was, but LMA girl, listen. Hey, how you doing? How's your day going? Listen, we need the album, sis. 2025. Like, are you on your way home? Listen, when she dropped that banger, the little things, baby, that's my favorite song of the year. It just came out like about a month or two, baby. Been on my playlist back to back every day. I promise. We need the album. We missed you. We did. You said we had missed you, and we did. And we need it. We need the album 2025. Best thing dropped all year. Like, but the rest of the music, Cash Doll she been doing her little thing too. I've been kind of here for her. It ain't been like crazy toxic like a lot of the other music. So I can appreciate that. But
Larry June dropped some good music.
Yeah.
Primo Rice dropped some good music.
Yeah.
Westside Gunna. That Tyler the Creator CD was pretty good. But besides that, Not Like Us was trash. That's not like anything I want to listen to ever.
Yeah,
what else? I like the other stuff from the beef versus the commercial stuff. Now I like the Drake's Family Matters because
I did. Now y'all sleeping
that was
on that.
commercial. Drake was in his bag on that. But I like Meet the Grams from and Euphoria. Actually, I like Euphoria more than I like Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams was part 2. But Euphoria, that was like prime Kendrick in his bag. Before he decided to sell out and do They Not Like Us. And I get it.
For that.
Some people gonna say, oh, he did that before, with King Kunta. But it's like, have he really? Because he didn't make a song for just Compton. He made a song for everybody. He made a song for the people that he's trying to say not like us to feel like that they're like us.
We don't know what he meant by that, because again,
he could be talking about some Diddy stuff. Like they
We
not
don't know
like
what you're
us.
talking about with that. Like, what is like you? Because again, you pro-black, but you got me. Listen, and I'm not trying to be racist. I promise y'all, it just don't make sense. So that's why I can't take that song serious. And everybody I saw that was like loving that song, I was like, but
You're
you
not
are
like
like,
us.
right? I was like, that's wild. They make us. Okay, that says a lot. They're not like us, but all of y'all listening to it. Kind of sound like y'all all are kind of alike. I'm just saying, but hey, music was downright trash this year, and we need to do better. I think I only got like 20 songs in my playlist from the entire year. Like,
Yeah, music was a little suspect this year.
and that's real. That I start a new playlist every year to keep track of the bangers
This
that are
is a long
happening.
episode, you peoples, but hey,
It's
it's
not.
the end of the year. Oh yeah, it is. We done
It is.
passed the hour mark.
Oh
We
well.
probably hour 10, hour 15 now.
25 tracks. 25 tracks. That's it. That's all.
But with that being said, I'm Hunt.
I'm Kiki.
This is the end of 2020. We see y'all guys in 2025. Hunt
Merry
life.
Christmas.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas and a
Happy
Happy New
New
Year's.
Year.
Feliz Navidad. Kwanzaa Mahanza, whatever y'all say on Kwanzaa.
Don't do that.
Happy Hanukkah. Lahaim. Like
Listen.
shit. Even if you don't celebrate it, to my woke folks, stay black.
Stay
Like
black. We see y'all in the new year.
Hunt life.
Live dreams. Bye, y'all.
What's good, people? Before y'all leave, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Oh, and follow us at
Hunt Life the podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button. You can also find me at I'm the Key on Instagram, and you can follow us on Hunt Life Code on Instagram and TikTok.
And you can find me on Mr. Hunt Bubbles on everywhere. Mr. Hunt Bubbles on everything and also Hunt Files. And don't forget, if you got any comments or any statements or anything that you want to leave us, you can always find us up on Instagram and Hunt Life, the podcast. Have a great day, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hunt Life, live dreams.